Hey, Rochelle. Finally, I get to your reading. But like you had said, it's when Spirit said that it was time to do it. And this morning, I heard it clearly. So I said, okay, let me get it done. I don't know if you had anything specific that might have been going on, and that's why Spirit wanted you to get a reading done today. But anyway, I've already prayed over your cards, and I have shuffled them and laid them out. But I'm in a temporary apartment. They've been renovating mine, so I'm kind of like doing this on the bed here, so forgive if it looks a little messy, but like I said, I have shuffled and prayed over the cards and everything for you. Now, the first card that I get for the bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. Okay, and you know, with the Three of Wands, it's basically waiting for your ships to come in. You've worked hard on something and you're wanting to see the fruits of the labor right now. The moon being at a crescent stage kind of gives me the impression that it's going towards the new moon. So could be that you're doing a lot of moon work and trying to help manifest things to come into place. But the moon being the crescent is really kind of standing out to me. We just got over the full moon, so we're not going to go through the waning end of it, but when it comes to the balsamic moon or the new moon, and then it starts to grow into a crescent, which is probably another 3 weeks from now. I don't know why I'm getting the message that when the moon starts to go full again during the crescent, that that's something that's standing out to me on that. You know, wands are passion, so this is something that you're extremely passionate about. And, you know, you're just kind of waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for all that hard work that you've put towards things to come to a place of manifestation for you. So that could be what the message is, that, you know, the manifesting with the moon thing. So that could be part of the message. So first card that I get is Temperance card. Now, Temperance to me is also the card of divine union, because she's got the 2 cups of water that she's sitting in the water with, filling up her cups with love. What stands out to me is this one little lotus flower up here that's all by itself. But even through all this turbulence, that this lotus flower has been able to come out and bloom and still stand out in the darkness here. There's a lot of cloudiness, so there's a lot of unknown. The water is kind of turbulent, but even amidst all of this, she's still there with her cups filled with love, and it's the union and the melding of the 2 cups. So this to me is, you know, a divine union card for sure. Okay, the next card that I get is the Judgment card. Okay, this one also is about, to me, turbulent waters. Her feet are barely touching the water. I mean, she kind of looks like she has come out of the water. She's got these 2 big, beautiful wings that are holding her up, that she's floating on, and she's, you know, blowing her horn. Even though all this water is turbulent, she seems like she's very calm. And she's very passive, just floating over the water. So she has gone through troubled waters. And she is standing up for herself, is what I get. I think you have come to a place where you know your worth and value. You know what you've done. You know what you've worked towards. And you are not allowing anybody else to call judgment on you. And so you've come through a lot of craziness here with this turbulent water, and you're calm and you're good within yourself. You've worked very hard to get to where you're at, and you're not letting anyone or anything pass judgment on you. The next card that I get is the Four of Pentacles. Now this is generally known as the Miser card. It's holding on. She's holding on to that one pentacle. The other ones are warped and on the ground around her. but she's just holding on to that one pentacle. She's got that bench behind her, but she's not even sitting on it. She's just sitting on the ground, holding on to that one pentacle, just holding on, because she has worked so hard for this one, and she doesn't want to let it go. And, you know, I see this card a lot, especially in the twin flame dynamic. It's very hard to let go of our twins. You know, we can't give it up. We can't let it go. But I get a feeling that this is something in the past that you have already gone through. You have come through a place, you know, now with the Judgment card, this is a past energy that you had. You're not holding on to this anymore. And what I wanted to do was clarify that one particular card, because that doesn't seem to be your personality at all. But 3 cards fell out for that clarifier card. The first one that came up was the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I don't know if your Divine Masculine may be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sag, but it's him as in the Knight form, coming in with passion, because wands are passion. So he is coming in a very passionate way to deliver a message, deliver a passionate message. So you're holding on to that Knight, you're holding on to that passion, you're holding on to that message that you have gotten from him that tells, you know, how he feels. The next card that fell out was the Page of Pentacles, okay? And was a passionate message, but it was also a message of stability, because we know Pentacles are about stability. They're about, it's an investment, but in this particular case, it's an investment of time. So that's what you're holding on to, is that passion and the time that you guys spend together. It's important to you because it is an investment. It is showing feelings, and it is showing the union that you two have. So it's that time that is spent and that is invested in this as well. You're holding on to that. The third card that fell out is the Four of Wands. This is my twin flame indicator card. The happy card, the union card, you know, the together card. It's all, you know, what we all strive for in the Four of Wands. So, you know, this is the happiness card, my signifier of the twin flame connection, the 1111 card. So that's what you're holding on to. You're holding on to this. And that's understandable because, you know, being the miser is not really the kind of energy that I get from you, but you're holding on to the union. You're really holding on to the connection that you have with him. The next card that I get is the Ace of Pentacles. So it's a new beginning with a foundation that is of stability and of time. Okay. With the twins, for me, it's not so much that it's a money situation. It is more of a time investment situation, because that's what we really want from our twins, is that investment of time with us. And it's new and it's growing, and look how nice and green, and it's a beautiful garden with all the flowers. So it's something that's blooming. It's something that's growing. So it's a solid beginning to something that's going to continue to flourish and grow. Okay. The next card that I get is your Divine Masculine, the Emperor card. Now, what I like about the Emperor card is that it comes directly underneath the Temperance card. So you got the Temperance card on top with the Divine Masculine underneath. So it's the union with your Divine Masculine. So it's kind of an indicator to me that this is a Divine Union card. It's a Divine Union card. So it is him. Also, it could be you taking control of your life. You alone are in control. You're the one that calls the shots for everything. So That could be an indicator of you, which that seems to fall under your personality as well. But being the fact that this is a twin union, I would say that this is your divine masculine. Then you have your Two of Swords, which is a decision that you have to make. Okay, it's something that you have worked very hard towards, and it's a decision that has to be made. But what I get is that it falls right underneath the Judgment card. So first you get the Judgment card, and right underneath it you get your Two of Swords. So it's, what I'm feeling is that you're making a decision based on not wanting to be judged, not wanting to be, or judging yourself more so is what I'm getting, is that, you know, this is something about you judging yourself. So you're making this decision to kind of clarify yourself. But what I really like about this card is how the sun is coming out here from behind the moon. And so that to me means that you're coming into a point of clarity. I'm feeling, you know, this card doesn't have a lot of clouds. Like the other cards all seem to have a lot of clouds, except for the Ace. Even though the Ace does have kind of like a misty thing to it because it's a new beginning. So there is some question, there is some points of not being clear. But with the Two of Swords, I see clarity that's coming to you. So, and you know, you're holding up those swords there like it's nothing. So you've got the strength to be able to make this decision for yourself without any question, without any judgment on yourself for this decision that you have to make. And this is something that I feel is coming now, or if not now, it's in the near future that it will be coming to you. Then I get the Page of Swords, which, you know, pages are messengers and swords are truth. So there is communication that's coming to you that's speaking the truth. So then you're going to be coming out of all the clouds in the background here. See, there's more clouds. There's a lot of cloudiness. There's a lot of uncertainty that you're feeling in this situation. But with the Page of Swords, you know, the swords are going to cut through all that uncertainty and it's going to come clear. But what's going to come clear is that it's coming underneath the Four of Pentacles, the Miser card, with the Twin Flame Union card and, you know, this New Beginning card. So I get a feeling that a discussion is going to be coming up in the near future regarding the union. There's going to be some truth, some conversation that's going to happen between you and him regarding this whole situation. But what comes next is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is when we finally make that decision that we're going to move on and walk away from a situation. It's that final moment right before we finally do that walk away. It's that hurt moment where you're like coming to the realization that you need to turn around and walk away from something. Something that's troubling you. Something that's emotional, because we have all these cups. And it's finally making a decision and walking away. Now, it really falls to me because you've got the Decision card here. Then you have the Page of Swords, which is the conversation. And then you're walking away. So, and it's all swords. These are all, the last two cards are swords here before it becomes an emotional situation. So there's thoughts and there's clarity and there's conversation that is taking place before the actual emotional card comes into it. So I feel that, you know, you've got a decision that you're coming up with here that you need to deal with. Unless he may be an air sign too, you know, that could be also the indicator with the swords, is you have the air sign that you're dealing with as well. But I'm getting more of the sense that this is having to do with conversations and ideas and thoughts and talks that you guys have coming up around the union. Not quite sure of what you're going to be walking away from here, but it's something that you're going to make this choice to walk away from. And I know you're like me in that sense that you're very private about your union. Sorry, my dog is up on the bed. She's stepping all over the laptop. You're very private about your union, so I'm sure that the messages that are coming here are making sense to you. I'm not going to sit here and try to clarify what you have to make a decision over, because unless you want me to pull another card for that, then just tell me and I'll go ahead and do that. But I'm sure that you know what talks and what decision it is that you're going through. I also pulled a Rumi card, and the Rumi card is the Celestial Rose of Ma, which is a number 10. So completion and new beginning. Let me read to you from the book what this card has. Okay. These cards are like 3 pages long, but I'm just going to I'm going to read to you what the message of the card is. So then that way I won't, because there's a lot of poetry and stuff that goes with it. Spiritual gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and the opening up of a time of opportunity, a flourishing and a thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. It is a gift worth having. So then the sticking point is not the value of the gift. The sticking point, the place where one can stumble and place hands to the ground to break a fall rather than to open them to receive, is in the thorn. The thorn is the point of pain. It is what tears at you, but it is essentially for you to receive the rose. Your thorn may be the love you need to let go of now, so you are open to your present rather than your haunted past. Your thorn may be the fear that if you grow too vibrant and embrace the magnificence of your being, others will shun you out of jealousy or fear or leave you alone. Your thorn may be a constant need to bargain with life, that you shall take one step provided certain unwanted events don't take place, rather than just accepting it and living it as it is presented to you. Your thorn may be looking deep within the heart and removing a crown of thorns, representative of your suffering over a long, long time. Letting it go, allowing the heart to heal. This with a sense of virginal purity to emanate from your heart, releasing that even great suffering has not tarnished it, but only allowed it to grow stronger. Your ready for love heart can now be free from expectation and instead be open to life with curiosity and reverence. Oh, those thorns, they have served their purpose, not in and of themselves, but rather that they have proven your worth of the rose, and ready now to receive its beauty, healing, and grace. Whatever your thorns are or have been, be willing to deal with them and face them, and most importantly, release them without any shred of doubt, shame, guilt, or recrimination. Beloved, they have served, and now their purpose has been completed. The Celestial Rose of Ma promises a gift worth so much more than any pain you are holding on to. So release it and receive it. Can you sense the dew-soft petals and luscious fragrance opening to you now? So that message goes with me about having to make a choice here, and then walking away from something. The rose kind of goes along with that. And, the fact that you're holding on to this and waiting for your ships to come in. So I kind of get the sense that you do have a decision to make about a change that you want to make. So if you want me to clarify or if you want me to pull any more cards for you,